Inter, estaremos contigo. Tu és minha paixão. Não importa o que digam, sempre levarei comigo minha camisa vermelha e a cachaça na mão.
Então ali foi o ápice da...
It was the pinnacle for this club. Everything the club has today in terms of infrastructure, standing, fans, members, it all comes from that great achievement.
De uma grande conquista.
In modern times, success had been fleeting for Internacional. But in 2006, this old giant of Brazilian football travelled to Japan as Copa Libertadores champions for the FIFA Club World Cup.
Adapting to the weather and to the time difference wasn't easy. There was the food as well, the cuisine, so none of it was simple.
The other clubs had no idea how strong our team was. I'm certain of that. As much as they'd studied the videos, they'd underestimated the spirit of our team, our invincible shield. Because Inter's shirt really is like a cape, and we wear it with pride.
In the semi-final, the Colorado, as they're known, faced African champions Al Ahly.
Many clubs go to the Club World Cup thinking about the final, already preoccupied with the big European team, and they get caught out in the semi-final. But in our case, we arrived there incredibly focused on that first game.
The victory over the Egyptians set up a showpiece final against Barcelona and a familiar face. Their Brazilian star, Ronaldinho, formerly of Internacional's great rivals, Grêmio.
Facing Barcelona, who were the headline team there, with the best player in the world, Ronaldinho, who everybody admired. To be able to line up against each other in the tunnel, about to contest the Club World Cup final, well, we had nothing to lose.
We had a group that complemented each other, a group with great qualities. We had Ceará, who was a very strong man marker. Down the other end, we had Rubens Cardoso, very attack-minded. In midfield, we had players that knew what they were doing under Fernandão's leadership. We had the young players who had all graduated from Inter's academy, like Rafael Sobis, Pato, Luis Adriano, combined with the experience of myself, Clemer, Fabiano Eiler and Injo.
And for Ceará, there was the extra pressure of marking Ronaldinho.
For me, it was the biggest challenge of my career, because Ronaldinho was in his prime. He was the world's best player. To be honest, I've played against Ronaldinho a few times and he's always been the same, always focused on playing. He never argues, doesn't say much, he never swears. He simply used to say that he didn't want to get hurt. You don't need to hurt me, don't be disloyal. That was what he asked. And so I really did try not to play that way. So much so, I only committed one foul in the game. It was early on in the game when I did so. So that goes to show you, you can play clean football and mark well without resorting to foul play.
Of course, the final was being watched by almost everyone back home in Porto Alegre, influencing Internacional's stars of the future.
That day was unforgettable. I remember I just arrived at Inter. I was 12 years old, and the club had just won the Copa Libertadores. I lived in the lodgings under the stands with 60 or 70 other kids. And I remember that on that day, we were all in the main room, and it was packed.
I was at my grandma's house, and I must say that I couldn't even sleep. All I could think about was the final, obsessed that Inter had to win, especially because some Grêmio fans in my family were winding me up, saying we'd lose.
For 81 minutes, the game was tense and goalless, until Adriano Gabiru was played through with only Victor Valdés to beat.
I still remember Gabirou's goal. Everyone was celebrating, jumping on the sofas. It was a huge party.
I have to admit I cried a lot. When Inter became champions, it was hugely emotional. I still remember the goal, watching the ball beat Valdez. It's a memory that's still close to my heart.
It was really good to be part of a football masterclass, because we had to study them a lot before entering the pitch. You can imagine Iniesta when he was young, also Deco, Rafa Marquez, Puyol. I mean, everyone they had. So it really was a great lesson for us as well, whether it was emotionally, physically, technically, or tactically. Then, when it was all over, I think our victory was all the sweeter, because we knew they were infinitely better than us. But on the day, we were able to overcome them, and I've been saying this ever since.
It was unforgettable, an extraordinary party.
Always one of the best supported teams in South America, Internacional returned to the Club World Cup in 2010, finishing third. This famous Brazilian institution, with a wonderful past, can now believe in a bright future.
It was a world title. To become Club World Champions by beating Barcelona, who were the best team in the world, I think it is a really beautiful part of our history, and I really hope we can repeat it.
I'm sure every Colorado dreams of winning it again, and I do too.
We now have a membership of over 100,000. We have a stadium that's one of the best in world football. The fans inside the stadium are amazing. They create a wonderful atmosphere. And this all stems from the Club World Cup win. It's all a result of that.
It's gone down in history because it was a unique achievement for all of us.